us at the Summit Up Centre to launch the NICAS Ascend event. Could you introduce yourself for us and tell us why we're here today?
Yeah, so I'm Tom. I'm the Head of Commercial Partnerships for NICAS, and today's the official launch of NICAS Ascend, which is the latest NICAS scheme and the first scheme in the world that is effectively to support climbers with neurodivergence and disabled.
The event, the scheme has already been rolled out to multiple centres. Could you give us a few stats to...
Yeah, completely. So we're in 21 centres now across the UK. We have a further 35 that are basically in the pipeline. So that will be either they've done our inductions and they're looking for some access sport training or supports, or they've just registered some interest and they're interested in going through the process. And currently we've already got 1,000 logbooks that are out in the wider world. So hopefully in the not too distant future, we'll have 1,000 kids that will be progressing through Ascend. So yeah, it's been amazing. We've had centres like Summit Up, Big Manchester Depot, lots of other centres that have been already piloting it, already getting kids through the scheme, giving feedback. So it's not just a scheme that we sort of put out there to see how it goes. It's actually had like lived experience and is being rolled out after a tried and tested process, which is really good.
What sort of facility is required to host this sort of thing? Is it a big depot job or like a scout hut?
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of Ascend, because it's supposed to be accessible and because the scheme can be tailored around the individual rather than it being a very structured linear sort of syllabus. Any facility can do it. So we've got some scout facilities that, although they've got very impressive facilities, they maybe aren't as set up as somewhere like Big Depot. We've got some bouldering only walls and we've got a bit of everything in between. So we didn't want to in any way create something that wasn't accessible. We didn't want to pigeonhole it into just like big commercial gyms. We wanted to make sure that everybody could get involved in climbing and take part.
How is the induction process for instructors happening?
So when we first started on this journey with Sarah Jones, who works for Access Sport and was the creator of Ascend, we realised that there wasn't really any formal instructor training for coaches. So we do an online induction and workshop where we support with the scheme itself and how to support young adults and children through that process. But we work with our partners, Access Sport, who do a workshop. It's either the disability inclusion workshop and there's also a neurodivergent workshop as well. And that sort of more hones in on how your facility can support, how you can, as coaches, work with individuals to be specific to their needs, and also just in general how to treat them like any other child, but just adapt the sessions and the learning styles to support them in the way they need to be taught, really.
If any gym, UK or elsewhere, wants to learn more and get involved, how can they do that?
So the best thing is just to drop us an email. I'm Tom at nicas.co.uk. At the moment, I'm dealing with most of the applications. So drop us a call, drop us an email. And on our website as well, nicas.co.uk, you can get in touch and find out more through there. Cool. Thank you. Cheers.
Great to see you here at Summit Up. Could you introduce yourself for us and explain the ABC's presence at this event?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name's Elle. I work as the EDI Manager, so the Equality, Diversity and Inclusion Manager at the ABC. And as part of that, as part of our role in the ABC, we're wanting to help professionalise, diversify the industry, and being here at Summit Up to see the launch of NICAS Ascend comes under that. With the kind of amazing new pathway we've been creating for neurodivergent disabled people.
How many gyms would be capable of delivering NICAS Ascend, do you reckon, in the UK?
I don't see there being a reason why a gym couldn't. There's quite a few conversations that I get into where people are saying that they're unable to make their wall accessible for a number of reasons, finance being one, but actually accessibility comes under a lot of things. And one of those things is actually just making a first move and starting that conversation and actually trying to make a welcoming space for all different types of people. And I know NICAS Ascend of the team at Access Sport work very hard with presenters to try educate, train and create provisions to make a wall more accessible for those sessions.
With training and guidelines, that sort of thing, how much input has the ABC had into this sort of development, and how much oversight does the ABC maybe give to this sort of thing?
Yeah, so the ABC itself, we've had a number of conversations with Sarah, who heads up this project, and we're funded partners of the BMC with NICAS. But the project itself, do I need to do that? But the project itself, we haven't had as much direct input. that we work collaborate on a lot of other projects, and we're always kind of in meetings talking about how we can, as an industry, work together to improve access for all.
Going forward, thinking about LA coming up in 2028 and then maybe stretching it a bit to 2030, that sort of 5-year timeline, how would you like to see the industry evolve in sort of the inclusion side of things?
Yeah, absolutely. So LA 28 is like an amazing aiming point and such a big deal to have paraclimbing included as a sport going out there. So I think one of the real ways that will be beneficial for the communities is being able to improve representation and visibility, but then also making sure when that interest is coming, making sure walls know what to do, are educated, trained, and able to improve access in that sense. But then also carrying on that kind of motivation and enthusiasm and seeing pathways for people to become coaches, to carry on through to management, wall owners, and actually seeing that participation continue throughout all areas of the climbing industry.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jen. That's great.
Thank you.